Well, hello, and welcome back to Shaneshobbyshop. Today's video is actually going to be answering a question from one of my subscribers. What's it going to be? Stay tuned, you find out. Okay, well, today's question, it might be a little simple question for some, but could be a problem question for others. What's it going to be? Well, the roundover bit. All right. The question came to me from one of my subscribers. Where do you actually set the roundover bit? Well, that is a multiple answer question, and hopefully today I'll be able to answer your question. And for those of you who have more answers for this, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. That way everybody can take on your knowledge as well as mine all about the roundover bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'll show you how to set it up on your router table and take a couple of different cuts on here and show you what a roundover bit can do. Let's get busy. Alright, I do apologize if you actually see my air, I guess you might call it, I'm breathing out. It is still kind of cold in here. This is one of the warmer days in North Dakota. I think today's going to be 30. So yeah, it's actually warm today compared to other days. So yeah, it's still kind of cold in here, so you might see my breath. But I do apologize for that. Alright, so let's get on with our question. First, let's see, what is a roundover bit? Well, that's this little piece right here. You can tell the blades kind of round over. It even has a little guide bearing on top there, or on bottom, whichever way you want to face it. All right. Yeah, there's two blades on this one. And what this is you get a square piece of stock. Let's say this side here. You wanted that rounded over. Kind of, here's the other side. It's somewhat rounded over. This is a stock 2x4. I went ahead and I'm cut this side off to make it square so we can use this as a guide. And let's say you wanted to round that over and make get this point off of it and kind of make it look decorative. Well, that's when you would use router bits, and this particular one is roundover. So how would you set this up? Personally, I love a router table. They're much more safer than just a handheld router. What you would do, go ahead and put this in here. You got two wrenches on this particular one that you got to hold on to. So let's go ahead, and this is how you would tighten it up on this particular one. Go ahead and tighten up a little bit, get it a little snug. And what you're looking for is this router bit. If you let go, it won't fall down. Put it down all the way down. And what I like to do is crank it up pick it up just a little bit, get it off of that bearing right there. All right, now let's go ahead and snug it down the rest of the way. There you go. Not too tight, but also not too loose. Now, if you got covers, go ahead and put that on your table. And now we got to set the depth on how we want to put this on. Down below, I got the positions to my router. Now then, what I can do then is get you a straight edge and put over there. And then we're going to start lifting up this router. Do one more click up. And then we're going to try and get that blade. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. But get that blade up underneath this straight edge. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop it a good way down below it. Not a ton, but at least a 1/16 of an inch or less below. Alright, now let's go ahead and lock this bit in underneath. And let's go ahead and see what that does. What you want, get you a test piece first. Don't use the stock that you're going to be building with. Get you a scrap piece. Let's move these out of the way. Now then, on the router table, since it's facing up, you're going to be starting on your right side and going left. Do not go the opposite way, because that is the wrong way, and it actually kick your board away from you and could cause you damage as well as your bit. So go start from the right, follow that bearing to the left. A lot of people like to use fences. I am one of those who love using a fence, but for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to use a fence. Now, down below is a variable speed router. For smaller bits, you can pick up the speed on it. Larger bits, you want to make sure that you go very slow on that. So larger bits, slower RPMs. Smaller bits, you can go higher RPMs. All right, so let's start this. Be sure you wear your safety goggles and get all types of push sticks or whatever you can use to do this with. Don't want to put your hands up here, because who knows, you do that and boom, you just rounded over your finger, and that's not a good thing. So let's get some safety equipment on and get started on this. All right, got me a little gripper here. We're gonna start it up. Okay, there's the piece that we just rounded over. Yes, it looks pretty good on the board right now, but yet I want to go a little bit deeper. So what we're going to do, we're going to unlock the router base. I'm going to do a micro adjustment. Let's get my piece back up. Be sure you unplug the router cable before you do this. Okay, I'm going to do a micro adjustment and come up on it. I'm still not touching the blade right now. It's just a hair up underneath it. So let's go ahead and lock that down. And let's do it again. Okay, you notice I'm not really taking big pieces off right now. You really don't want to. The slower you do this, the better it's going to be. Alright, here is the second attempt at making the roundover. Yeah, it is actually looking much better. Love the roundover. And now, what you would do, this is how you want it. It'll take a very little bit of sanding to make it look nice. Very little, just a real touch up. But now you want to go deeper. Now you're going to get into what I like to call a decorative piece. All right. So be sure you unplug your router table again. Bring this back up. Unlock your table. We're going to bring this up a little bit more now. Okay, what I'm doing now is I will be putting a little edge on the board. Now, not only is it going to have a round over, but like I said, it's going to be like a little decorative piece. Alright, so let's set back up and do it again. Okay, now if you look at it now, you'll see the top part of your board has a little lip on it. Now that is what I like to call a decorative piece. It gives it like a little highlight, maybe a little shadow line, and that's what I like. A lot of people like that. But doing a very little one like that, you really can't really much see that. A lot of people like that to be a little bit more enhanced, I guess we'll call it. So let's go ahead and unplug the router table and unlock the router. We're going to bring up a little bit more now. Alright, now then, brought up a little bit more. Let's try this again. Okay, here's the actual board. I don't know if you can really see it on here. Yeah, it might be a little bit too blurry, I don't know. But yeah, the more you cut this edge down, the more decorative piece you're going to have on your piece. They look really nice. Alright, let's do one more. Unplug your router table, unlock your router, and let's pick it up a little bit more now. How far can you come up on here? Well, that depends on where you set your router bit at and your own personal preference. But please don't do this dangerous. If you have any indication that it's not safe, it probably is, so don't do it. Alright, let's see what this one does. Alright, this one is a little bit more profound. Yeah, you can see it better on that end with the blue end. But yeah, this is it. And even if you wanted to end up with something like this, continue doing the way I did. I took it off a little bit at a time. You don't want to just do this whole tip on this end, because for one, it puts a pressure on your bit and you're going to break them or wear them out a lot quicker. So take your time, do it a little bit at a time. Alright, well, I hope this answers your question about how to use a roundover bit. Again, after you get done using the router, go ahead and you can hit this with a little bit of sandpaper and finish it up. I guarantee you it will make your projects look a lot better. Alright? Okay, well there you go. That's just one little tip on how to use a roundover bit on the router table or handheld router. Again, I do highly suggest you use the table. It is much safer that way. So the question would be, what's the correct depth on setting your roundover bit? And with that little lip, is that supposed to be there? Well, that depends on your own personal preference or your customer's preference. Me, I really like that little lip on there. Some people just want it rounded over. Now, there's many different types of roundover bits, different sizes, and different styles that you can get to put on the edges of your boards. So, go check them all out. And the best way to answer that question for you is do this, what I just done. A little bit at a time, check it out, look at it, and decide from there. Think about it, you take too much off at the first time, you can't put it back. So sneak up on it. Take very little off at a time, each time, every time. That'll not only prolong your bit and your router, but also help minimize the flaws on your project. Alright, I hope this answered your questions. If you got any more questions, I kind of like doing this. So if you got any more questions that I can help you out with, please go ahead and send me an email. Ask me in one of the videos down at the comments below, or just ask me on Facebook. Alright, now if you like this video, please give me that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. My name's Shane, and this is Shane's Hobby Shop. We'll see you next time.